All right, CJ Stroud back officially. We've been telling you that all week. It is the Locker Room, number one source for Texans digital content. It's content. It's Friday, and it's an interesting Friday because it feels like it's Saturday. It feels like the Texans are going to play tomorrow, but really they're going to play on Sunday. They will have their starting quarterback. We'll hear from him in a sec. Just watch Texas A&M, so I'm not going to lie. This is a little unique experience for me. Coming off that high of that dub. And we're talking about the Texans. So CJ Stroud is going to play. Shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring this video. Let's start off. And I thought this was really funny today at practice. Myself, Cody Stutes, we were on the scene. And D'Amico Ryans came up. And his media availability really could have been short. It wasn't as short as it could have been. He joked about it. But really, there were a couple of things that we wanted to hear from D'Amico Ryans. Is CJ Stroud playing and is Jalen Petrie playing? That's really all we needed. We got a little bit more. Let's hear from D'Amico today. I thought it was a funny media availability from D'Amico. He's tired of the BS. D'Amico's gone hardo, and quite frankly, I don't blame him. Here's the media availability for the head coach for your Texans.
Hey there.
Doing? Good afternoon. All right. So just to start, I'll let you guys know Jalen and CJ have both cleared the concussion protocol, so we're expecting both guys to participate on Sunday.
Having CJ back.
There you go. We're good. Look at him. He's like, all right, that's it. Here comes Aaron. Aaron's coming in. Look at that look.
Hey, bro. Alpha Aaron here.
He's like, man, I said all I need to say. What now?
Obviously, you said already he's your starter, but what does it do for the offense to have someone?
Yeah, we got to go out and play efficiently with our offense, really, no matter who's at quarterback. Right?
This
CJ
guy.
be out there, but we just got to go all guys play together, all 11.
I love this guy. This dude is ready to go. Look at that focus right there from D'Amico. He didn't have time for the Alpha Aaron stuff.
Hey, bro. Alpha Aaron here.
Both of the players to know that they cleared concussion protocol.
It was just a process, so it wasn't over excitement. It's just making sure they clear the process, and overall, as I stated before, just making sure both guys are as healthy as they can possibly be.
Look at also on the having Will Anderson.
There you go.
Hey, bro. Alpha Aaron here. Practice yesterday, but back today. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
Will is fine.
Coach, Jalen Petrie, coming back, you're saying he's cleared as well?
Yes.
He'll be ready to go. His versatility with the defense, what does he kind of allow you to do? We talked all week about the chess match against Indy in their own.
Yeah, Jalen, he opens our playbook up, the full playbook. We can do a lot of different things with Jalen. Everybody sees he's been a dynamic playmaker for us, right? Whether it's in the run game or passing game. I mean, the kid flies around. He plays with his hair on fire. I just love watching him play the game of football because he does it in such a relentless way, and he's going to be in position to make a ton of plays, right? We know offenses have to have awareness for JP and where he is at all times because he's that type of impact player for us.
What will CJ kind of bring back? Not bring back to what does having CJ Stroud bring back overall for you guys?
Yeah, same. I mean, we're happy to have CJ back. As I mentioned earlier, whoever's playing for us, whatever the position is, just asking everybody to go out, do their job to the best of their ability. Offense, play as efficiently as possible. Defense, everybody playing together, swarming to the football. We do that with whoever's on the field, like we'll be in a good spot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It could have been shorter, man. He didn't have time for that Alpha Aaron stuff. He didn't need the fluff. He's tired of the BS. He's ready to go. He's hardo. He lights up when he realizes that the defense might have an extra stop. But the offense has got to be better. To label CJ Stroud as a savior, he doesn't want to do, because the reality of the situation is that the offense was struggling with CJ and the offense was struggling without CJ. Now, we can go back and we can talk about the San Francisco game. We can talk about other games, but the offense as a whole was struggling. So that's what D'Amico Ryans is tired of the BS. There's no offensive savior. The whole thing needs to be better. This is not like coach speak, the whole, oh, yeah, this. Like, D'Amico's tired of the BS. Like, his season held in the balance of his defense performing. And the offense left them out to dry and made them go out and do their stuff. And D'Amico Ryans, you can tell right there, he's tired of it. He's tired of it. He's not unhappy CJ Stroud's coming back. He just doesn't want to act like one player is supposed to save the butts in the entire function of this offense.
Nick.
I thought it was an entertaining availability. I really, really did. It's been an entertaining day, quite frankly. Been a very entertaining day, quite frankly. We just had a bonfire in the back out here. We just watched a little football game. Had the practice. We in here talking about practice. Shout out to Allen Iverson. We did the stream yesterday.
We in here talking about practice.
And now we get to relax, and then we get to watch this Colts game and see what's popping. Daniel Jones not feeling great. Texans feels like they're feeling pretty decent about themselves. It's a good time to follow the squad. There's no doubt about it. We also got to hear from CJ Stroud. We'll hear from him in a sec. First, though, I want to talk about this. My feet. Shout out to Brunt Workwear for making my feet better. Right now, they got the Black Friday sale going. Go to bruntworkwear.com. The boots, I'll be honest, when you first talk about boots, a lot of times I'm hesitant because a lot of times my feet hurt when I wear boots. And I'm not the guy. If you're working, you need strong boots. Brunt Workwear, they're the best. You ask anyone who uses them, Cody Stutes, the other half of SNL, he loves them. I'm more of a casual guy. I'll be honest. I got my Omens right here, and I've walked through Vegas in these. My wife counted the steps, 20 miles of walking. My feet felt great. They felt more comfortable than sneakers. I rock the Omens. There's all types of stuff they got going. Use the promo code Locker. You'll get $10 off at bruntworkwear.com. They're all over the place. You probably saw them today while you were watching the Texas A&M game, but I'm a big fan of Brunt Workwear. I'm a customer for life. And if you want to try them out, take advantage, whether you're someone who works hard outside or someone who wants to keep it a little more casual like me with the Omens. They got a lot of options. They got a lot of stuff going on. They got the workwear. So go to bruntworkwear.com and use that promo code Locker, and I promise you, you will not regret it. Let's hear from CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, Zach Dirk says, best work boots ever. Zach also says he loves the Omens, so he's on the Omens too. And look at that guy. I think he shot I think that's 96 birds right there in his hand. He knows. So there you go. Brunt work boots. Figure them out, and you will like them very much. Let's hear from CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud spoke. We haven't heard from CJ Stroud in a while. I also got 5 questions, the 5 biggest questions about CJ Stroud down the stretch. That's coming up in a sec. First, though, let's hear from him. CJ Stroud, right off the top, right off the rip. CJ Stroud kind of laid out what he's been going through, what's been going on with him, all that. Here was what CJ Stroud had to say about what went on, what it was like, all that type of stuff as he was having to observe the Texans.
Blessed, man. Super grateful, to, be able to be healthy again and, have some peace, knowing that my body, my brain, and my thoughts feel, pure and clean. So it's a blessing. And yeah, I just, took it one day at a time. It was kind of eye-opening, to kind of get a bird's eye view, which I haven't had in a long time. So, I just am grateful for, all the prayers. Just want to say, to the Broncos defense, some of them, I heard them praying for me. I really appreciate that, like Hufanga, and Singleton and some of those guys, so I really appreciate them doing that. Of course, my teammates and our fan bases. So everybody's prayers and just, thoughts, really, I appreciated that. But yeah, it wasn't fun. I wanted to play really bad. I wanted to be back out there, but, I thought, we put ourselves in a great position. I thought Davis did great. He balled out, 3 games in a row and put us in position to win. So really proud of him and everything he's done. He's been a great teammate, great brother of mine. So, yeah, I'm just really grateful, to be back finally.
There you go. Yeah. And it seemed like a good vibe of CJ. I think that the recharge might have helped. Perhaps watching from afar, might have helped. Matter of fact, that was one of the things that he actually mentioned, getting to watch. He talked about that bird's eye view. I thought it was a good follow-up from Kim Davis about it. What did he pick up from watching games? Here's what he said.
Yeah, just see how great our defense is, and if we can just, find a way to score in the red zone and, find points, I think, we can go as far as we want because, we have a really, really strong, talented defense. And it was really good to see, and for me, to see from a bird's eye. And that's been the case, but it's a little different when you just get to sit there and watch and be like, dang, other quarterbacks got to go through this. Like, I got to, when I get back, I got to make sure I make plays and put these guys in position to win and, reward them for stops and then turnovers, So I think that's huge. Our special teams, playing well. And then, offensively, I thought we did really solid, but I think we can take another step as well.
Yeah, he's talking about leaning on the defense, which is good. Leaning on the defense is good. It is the superpower. I don't know what that looks like. Like, I don't think CJ's a game manager. I think there's kind of the balance between holding the ball too long and getting rid of it and the protections and all that stuff, which we talked about with Davis Mills. But I do think that there can be some value of a recharge and getting to watch from afar. I think that's a luxury that CJ Stroud has. And you look at Indianapolis, very vulnerable. Kansas City, very vulnerable. Winning those games, though, the overall vibe, the overall feel, just really kind of perfect when you think about it with the Texans and where it could potentially go. You end the Chiefs season, and then you beat the Colts at their place. Like, if you're looking for like vibes, like something to add, not just getting in the playoffs, but something to add, I think the potential is there when it comes to CJ Stroud and the Texans. And the other thing that I think is something to watch for with CJ Stroud is there was kind of an unwillingness to run before he went down. Now, how does that impact him now? Big Sarge Brian Bearfield asked him that, and this is what he said.
I think when you think about getting hurt, you think about, bad things when bad things happen. So I'm going to just play free, and try my best to trust my instincts and, do what I can and, of course, stay healthy. But I want to put my team in position to win. So I'm going to do that. And, whatever happens, happens. But, I've trusted I play this game the right way. And, I know when to slide, when not to, or, try to do my best to protect myself as well. But so I'm not going to second guess that and just try to go, and play fast and have fun.
All right. So there you go. That's easy. That's easy to say. I don't know that I necessarily believe that because it was kind of a thing before. And I just don't know how that changes. I don't think that was even the case before. So if you're talking about him getting back to what he was or anything, I don't know how having a concussion makes you all of a sudden be more willing to run. That's never the feel I got. It was never consistent. So I kind of question whether or not that's going to be the case and going to happen. The other interesting thing he said was Nick Caley. He said he got a better grasp of what Nick Caley was about by listening to him on the side. Here's what he said.
I got to hear Kels and his process a little bit more, which was helpful. So I think as the season goes on, we get on one accord more and more and more. So it was helpful in that area as well. I got to hear Kels and his process a little bit more, which was helpful. So
heard it a little bit more on the side. That's interesting. That's kind of okay. I don't really know what to make of that, but okay, we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be fun on Sunday. It's gonna be a fun weekend. You ain't never hate. Swarm. Blue Believer 1055. He says, first super, been watching for years. Love the streams, Landry. Yeah, appreciate you for rolling through, my friend. Appreciate you for rolling through. A little looser on this one, especially after all that. We've been on this stream for 4 years now. We've been on this stream for 4 years. Solo for pushing a year, but yeah, we've been on the stream for 4 years, nightly, 10:30, all the time. So it's nothing new at all. People want to fire Kaylee on the chat. Is that too harsh or not? Is that too harsh or not? Don't know. Quite frankly, don't know. One thing I do know, though, is that TDECU, that Texans debit card, is fresh. It's got that fresh logo. You get 15% off Texans gear just in time for the holidays. When you use it, they got the Bucky's card. They got the Cougs card. They're a proud sponsor of Reaction Monday, proud sponsor of CJ Stroud, proud sponsor of the Cougs football stadium. And it's a good business. It's a very, very good business. Good place to do business with. And they look out for your money. So if you're a Texans fan, I would assume most people that come through here are, go to tdcu.org/Texans, membership required, insured by NCUA, and go ahead and pick up that debit card and pick up 15% off of the Texans gear. So there you go. Gonna be fun. So I have 5 questions about CJ Stroud down the stretch. 5 questions. Tell me what your answer is in the chat. But I have 5 questions. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. 5 questions. Question number 1, how will CJ Stroud use his legs? We just heard what he said. He said you got to play fast, got to play smart, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That was never like consistently the case. So I don't want to say I roll my eyes. I'm just hesitant to buy what that's going to look like. And if he's not using them better than he was before, it was a concern before when it comes to consistently doing it. And it's going to be a concern after. So question 1, how will he use his legs? What will that look like after getting the concussion? Question 2, how will the Caley and Stroud duo look? This is the most important question of the offseason. You fired your OC. You want to see what it looks like. If you can maximize CJ Stroud, Nick Caley, I don't know, like the Davis Mills thing, I don't know that really helped Nick Caley's case. If he's working better with Davis Mills than CJ Stroud, I'm not saying that's the case, but if he is, it's a problem. It's a big problem. So down the stretch, what's in the past really doesn't matter. It's all about moving forward. This duo has to coexist, and they have to look good. Question 3, can Nico and Stroud reconnect pre-2025 chemistry? They were not on the same page at the start of this season. Nico Collins was not producing. Matter of fact, he produced better with Davis Mills, specifically in games 1 and 2. And the target share was higher, specifically in game 1. So they've got to reconnect. We've seen CJ Stroud and Nico Collins have amazing chemistry, whether the offense was up or down his first 2 years. There's no doubt that they can do that, but they've got to do it. And we'll see if it does happen when CJ comes back. It's at the perfect place because Stroud's 2-0 in Indy, and Nico Collins, quite frankly, owns Indy. Question 4, will Higgins keep his momentum? Jaden Higgins, does CJ Stroud, is he able to build off of the production that Higgins had with Davis Mills? Him and Higgins never really were on the same page. A lot of misfires. The interception to start the season. Then Davis Mills comes in, and Jaden Higgins all of a sudden looks like a guy that should have been drafted number 35 overall, like he was for the Texans. Will that continue with CJ Stroud? That's question 4. And then question 5, what will protection look like, and will Stroud help it? Is CJ Stroud going to help the protection? Is the protection going to be good? What's it going to look like? What is the offensive line going to look like? I anticipate Trent Brown's going to be out there, so he's going to play behind the offensive line that we saw last week. Best 5, as D'Amico speaks on. So what is that going to look like? Is CJ Stroud going to put him in position? What does the offensive line look like? It looked better with Mills, but a lot of that may have had to do with Mills putting them in the right spot. It's going to be an interesting thing. What will the O-line look like? How will the protection be? That's going to be something to keep an eye on. But the next 10 days, they could or will shape the season. You beat the Colts and the Chiefs, your playoff percentage is probably in the 80s, maybe the 90s. And you have a chance to win the division, and you have a chance to get in via wild card. Chiefs next week, it's a must win. There's no sugarcoating it. It's a must win. They don't have the tiebreaker over any of the teams in the playoff race. If the Texans beat them, they would be a couple games up on them. That's a must win. Colts speaks for itself. I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident in the Texans' ability to win this game based on what it appears D'Amico Ryans thinks of Daniel Jones and what Daniel Jones is dealing with right now. So the next 10 days are going to shape the season. And oh, by the way, the Colts and Chiefs are hobbled. We mentioned Daniel Jones. The Chiefs' offensive line is being depleted, and they're getting older. So you're in that position, and you're also in a position to where the satisfaction and impact could actually be kind of a vibe pusher and increase the vibes for the Texans, which they could very well use. CJ Stroud sometimes gets in his head a lot. You start off the return with a win over the Chiefs and the Colts. The confidence is going to be high. We already know the defense is playing well. That could be huge. So those are just kind of the vibes. And the other thing about this, you talk about the Colts game, the wild card race could be cleared out big time. You already had the Ravens and Chiefs lose, so it's been a perfect start to the week. You look at how much of a cluster it is right now, some of the matchups, it could be cleared out to where you have a real concise picture after this week. This could be a real productive week. The scoreboard watching didn't go your way last week. Obviously, you got to take care of business before that, but the scoreboard watching right now is shaping up to where it could be a very, very good thing for them. Appreciate everyone for rolling through. We will lay out, by the way, what the localized outlook is. We do that every Monday in the locker room at 10:30. A lot of you know, a lot of you don't, but be sure to hop in after Monday Night Football every Monday at 10:30. Appreciate y'all for rolling through. It's a fun time. It's a holiday time. I'm cutting this short because I got a lot to do. I know y'all do too. Post game right after the Texans Colts game. CJ Stroud speaks. D'Amico Ryans tired of the BS. Let's go.